Welcome to my channel, Constructive Interference. I am Christina Frost, the Mad Medicine Woman, with good reason, more good reason every day. Looking for the signs. The book that saved my life before I was set fire and my children, and going through these so-called justice systems for the wrongful death of my children and my skin grafts. And please go check out my story. The Rapture begins in Detroit. And the comeback story, sovereignty, is a bad word. The Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes, which explains the involution and evolution, the subjective and objective result, the cause and effect. 6 weeks before my accident, just about, I was reading this book and remember saying to my children's father, look, death isn't real. Death isn't real. That this book proved it to me before we set fire from this faulty Buick and these even flow car seats that were never supposed to be on the shelves, fighting to get my children out, which they've officially, since Mars and Cancer, threw my children out of our cases. And now it's a full moon in Libra and everybody's in trouble. Chaos has broken open. So part of my book, The Application of Integrity, I'm tracking and seeing the signs, writing all the signs down, the objective form of my physical results of the justice system and the macrocosm cause in astrology that we see. I see my children, our birth charts depict our accident, what happened to us. And that's what I hope to share on this channel for any of you going through your own chaos to see the signs. Why are we going through this? So a neat book, an extension of the Science of Mind, is this 365 Science of Mind for every day of the year. In April, it says renewal. Whatever the mind holds to and firmly believes in forms a new pattern of thought within its creative mold, as whatever thought is held in the mind tends to take outward form in new creations. The natural healing force in each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. Hippocrates. We must be the change we wish to see. Gandhi, who also is a Libra rising, Libra sun. Just did a video on that, Libra full moon. Appropriate. You could not step twice into the same river, for other waters are ever flowing unto you. Heraclitus. The house of the divine is not closed to any who knock sincerely at its gates, whatever their past stumbles and errors. Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo. A couple quotes. So moving to today on the 6th, if we can see any signs. Let's see, which Libra sits on top of the water. I have a Mars in Libra right now with my war with the justice system. My children's father is a Libra, Gary Mays, the same initials as General Motors here. Oh, he always wanted the General Motors on his arms. And now we have it tattooed on us more than ever with our war with General Motors sitting on the water there between us and Canada, the US and Canada. Continuing on, the signs for today, or at least a good message from Ernest Holmes. On the 6th, a merry heart doeth good like a medicine, but a broken spirit drieth the bones. Proverbs 17:22. All of us are rooted in the mind of God. We did not plan it this way. This is the way it is. God is still the supreme power, and the divine spirit is still present with us no matter where we are. We must learn to tune in to the mind of God, for when we do, we are turning into the most dynamic reality in the universe. Do not be afraid to talk to God, always remembering that God speaks a certain kind of language and there's nothing negative in it. And when we speak of God or the intangible, the mind, and the objective physical form, it's not much of a, it's not a religious book as much as it is speaking about the laws of mind and the law, all laws that are subjective first, in the causal mind first, in the intangible. We believe in prayerful affirmation meditation above everything else. We believe in actually talking to God and then letting God answer, but perhaps in our confusion we talked at God rather than to Him. We have told God how terrible everything is, how unhappy we are. Try this. Sit in complete repose and then tell God how wonderful He is and how glad you are and how grateful. It is at times like these that we are really tuning into the divine, and the divine will always respond to us. We will always receive the comfort and consolation we need, the inward sense of security and well-being that everyone must have to be happy and whole. Or that's our natural state, is what my Cherokee elder would say, that everything goes back to being right, that if the mountains weren't healthy and the trees weren't healthy and the water wasn't healthy, then we wouldn't be healthy. And everything runs downstream, and everything's meant to be stewarded in this way, and what we say is to be stewarded in this way. And I was also listening to some motivation this morning that spoke about we putting ourselves here to learn these lessons, then what is it, why is it that we put ourselves in this situation in one way or another? The involution and evolution, the cause and effect, that everything is in its place. If there is the cause and effect, subjective and objective, and that's why manifesting, putting what's in your mind and objectifying it in physical form, why you can affirm it to yourself, the power that you really have. So I hope the words God don't dismiss anybody too quickly in this book. It's not a religious book, but rather speaking about the laws of mind and the intangible, objectifying itself in physical form. And we can bear witness to that. And that is what we would say, Reverend Ike would say, when he passes by, God passes by, you do not see his face, you see his backside. And you see the backside of our thoughts in the objective form, and how that comes to be secondary from the cause. So let me know what you think, if there's any good sign for you today on this Libra full moon. I'm seeing my signs. So let me know. Constructively interfere, gives me a like and a share, comment to help the algorithm, as they like to say. Appreciate your love and support so much. Mad Woman